Hello guys, good evening guys, good evening everyone, and once again guys, welcome back to Rio Academy. So as you all know guys, I hope you're all doing quite well. So as you all might be knowing, the results for the past PGCET examination. Yes guys, I'm talking about the 2023 examination that was conducted a month ago. Results are yet to be announced. The tentative date was fixed to be within, okay, at most by the second week of this month. By second week of November, the results were tentatively fixed to announce, but nonetheless, the results will be soon announced, guys, for the PGCET examination that was conducted a month ago. Okay, so before you all start asking questions, I thought let me make it clear. Okay, see guys, so today we are going to be discussing about the methodology that we are going to conduct in the preparation at the platform of Rio Academy. So as you might already be quite well aware guys, we at Rio Academy have been into the services of a PGCET examination for a long period of time now. So that experience is what makes us stand apart from the additional point of references with respect to the preparation of examination. But nonetheless, guys, those who are watching us on YouTube, to subscribe to our channel, guys, Rio Academy, and check out the previous videos that we have uploaded with respect to the PGCET examination. And like the video if you are able to understand. And we are very kindly and heartwarmingly welcome to all your comments, guys, whatever they are related to this subject matter. Okay, so now guys, I hope you are quite eagerly waiting for what it is that we are going to learn on. See, I'll just let you know about what steps that we are going to conduct out in the coaching that we provide for the PGCET exam. But before starting up, guys, let me just inform you something all regarding myself, regarding the institute and what it is that we basically carry out. So as you already know guys, in order to carry out the master's degree, that is the Master of Computer Applications, Master of Business Administration, and let it be for the MTech guys, you'll have to clear out an examination called PGCET examination in order to get a good seat in a highly esteemed and a prestigious institute. Okay, and then in turn guys, your career will be on a right track that will help you out in quite an effective and quite an positive way. So that we are going to come back. But before guys, this examination is conducted by KE, as you already know that. So to many among you who are watching me for the first time guys, let me tell you something regarding myself. See, I'm an engineer guys. Professionally, I've been an engineer. I've been a consultant in the design sectors. I've been a consultant in the SAP business analyst, okay, technical field, and then purchase analyst and all those things. And then it's been about 6 years now that I have stayed related to the topics of the competition. UPSCs, KPSCs, IBPS, for PGCETs, CA, RRBs, and many more other competitive examinations. So this experience is what we are going to help you out in order to guide you. Okay. So now guys, coming back to the main question that many of the students are really very keen to ask. About the PGCET examination guys, see, this is an objective basis examination. There will be 4 options as you are quite well aware, and there is a examination separately for MCA and for MBA. Question papers will be completely different for MCA and also for MBA, but nonetheless it will be completely on a combined basis. This is not something new that I need to tell you, but nonetheless I thought it's quite well in order to improve. So the examination will be totally conducted for 2 hours guys, okay, 2 hours, and this will be an offline examination, not online. You'll have to mark out, you have to fill out that form, and there is no negative marking here. Basically 80 questions will be asked in your examination. The questions will be divided in 2 sections, part A and part B. Part B will comprise of 1 mark questions. Part A will comprise of 1 mark question, and part B will comprise of 2 mark question. And all the questions will be on a combination basis. It is not that they are going to separately ask you the questions for mathematics, separate for English. They are going to combine them all and they are going to ask it. So totally 80 questions will be asked in your examination on the basis of 1 mark and 2 mark questions. And on that division, you will be having 100 marks for your examination. So this is a 100 marks paper. And about the cutoff, guys. I'd like to inform you, no one can predict the cutoff because cutoff varies each and every year. Okay, so we are not going to talk about cutoff now because as you all know, cutoff is nothing but the basic limit, guys, that you have to cross out in order to get the admission to the PGCET examination. Okay, so cutoff each and every year it varies, so don't really focus on cutoff. Of course, expect an value, expect a range within which you have to focus on. But I would suggest you always keep on focusing at yourself, guys. Look at the 100 marks that are present and be keen and be interested, be consistent with respect to work in order to obtain those marks. Okay, 100. Now coming back to the main question, guys. See, many of the students, what they don't understand is the first question that comes to their mind: do we really need to write this examination? PGCET examination, do we need to write it? Barile beka ee examination ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ question ಬರುವುದು. And then of course there will be many more lot of personal stresses and so on, guys. Always remember, these negative thoughts come to each and every person, not just you. It is the courage, guys, it is the determination that you guys really show that you want to write this examination. Okay, always believe in yourself, you can do it. That is the first. And the importance of master's degree, guys. Importance of master's degree. See, in today's world, degrees are not that effectively being utilized in the real world. It is really the knowledge that keeps on guiding you throughout your career. But nonetheless, guys, if you want to start up anything, entrepreneurship, and then if you want to start up a new company or something, you need any of the master's degree. It will be quite helpful. It is not necessary. I am saying that it will be a lot of beneficial, a lot of helpful. So we at Rio Academy will teach you, will be guiding you in order to prepare for the MCA and MBA examination. We are not focusing on the MTech examination, guys. That is much more on a technical basis. So we are focusing mainly on the MCA and MBA part. Okay. So I would say MBA, the weightage for MBA with respect to the job sector, guys, is really very high. You can expect about 10 to 20% of high salary hike for all those aspirants who have cleared their MCA and MBA. And in today's world, guys, let it be about the digital marketing, okay, human resource development, digital marketing, artificial intelligence, and then marketing strategies. So these are some of the different sectors, guys. And of course, when it comes to the MCA examination, Python, which is the basic language in order to carry out the programming, Python, C++, Salesforce, Selenium, these are many kind of different languages. If you go on through the MCA examination, it will be quite helpful for you in order to get a job and then seek a particular and then especially high esteemed career choice. Okay, so now coming back to the examination, what it is that we are going to look out for. The first question that comes to mind: do you really need the coaching? Okay, do you really need the coaching? See, basically there are 4 subjects for MCA students. The first subject, or the important subject if you consider, mathematics, is quite an important subject for MCA students. Apart from this, logical reasoning is the other subject, current affairs, then of course the computer awareness and English. These are the subjects. I will be conducting mathematics test for MCA students. Now about the main question: is coaching really necessary? Not at all. Coaching is not at all necessary. And what do we need to study? Which are the textbooks and which are the general books? Should we go for the previous year question papers? Should we look out for the notes, or should we join coaching? These are the important questions that usually come to the mind. First of all, guys, even if you refer any of the notes, even if you go to the top and stream the institute, it finally comes to you. If you want to study, you can study anything, anywhere, anyhow, if you have that curiosity. If you don't really want to study, none of the coaching, none of the notes, and none of the determination of other people or educators or teachers is going to help you out, of course, including your parents and yourself. Okay. So first of all, guys, what is that coachings are really helpful for? See, we at Rio Academy, guys, the much more important point that comes into is the experience. Okay, no matter whatever we do, there is no replacement for experience. So Rio Academy has been in the service of PGCET for a long period of time now, so that we are going to implement. And one more thing, while preparation, guys, you need to get on. Competitive examinations are completely different from the examinations that we used to write in our regular basis. So regular exams are different and competitive exams are different. For competitive examinations, you need to refer number of sources, number of methods, and you have to pick out the much more effective and efficient method among that. That part we are going to conduct out here. See the teachers, your professors who are teaching, including myself, I'll be conducting the mathematics part, of course. We have already gone through that, so we are very well aware of the strategies and the methodology, the questions which are being asked by the KE, and which are the methods that we really need to imply to solve them with this. Okay, so that is the first point that you are going to be seeking out here, the experience. And second point is the methodology. We are quite sure, guys, even you can do that, but that will consume a lot of time. If you want to do, you can definitely do it, but instead, if you want to save that time, you can directly join up for the coaching institute that we are providing here at the Rio Academy. Okay, and then about the second part, guys, should we go for the previous year questions or should we just study the notes? That is the main important thing. See, previous year question papers are definitely going to help out, guys, not only for your PGCET examination but for any of the examination. Only if you refer the PYQs, then and only then you will be able to understand what is it that KE is expecting from you. Okay, so referring previous year question papers is definitely going to help you out, but after referring them, what should we read? And you cannot read everything, guys, even including the previous year question papers. You can't just keep on mugging them up. You can't just take everything. You'll have to identify the pattern. You'll have to look at the important questions that the KES is expected to ask within the upcoming examination. And before 2020, guys, 2020-21, the syllabus was completely different. Syllabus was different for MCA and also for MBA. Okay, so you would be able to find differential calculus here, and there was a lot of stress which was given on the statistics part for MCA students I'm talking about. But after 2021, calculus part, guys, differentiation and integration is not included for the MCA syllabus, so it has completely changed out. So with respect to that change, we are going to prepare out. And always remember, guys, it is very important that you focus on the basics. The number of students, what they do is they just try to focus on tricks and tips. I really suggest that you avoid tricks and tips initially at the beginning moment. Okay, please don't directly focus on tricks and tips. That is not going to help you. Tricks and tips needs tons of experience, consistent hard work. Okay, trick is nothing but you just solve that problem in your mind, guys. You think of that problem in your mind. With the practice, you are going to be able to developing that. Okay, if you just focus on tricks and tips, you will not be able to clear the competitive examination with ease. Why? Because in the competitive examination, they just ask the same question in many different ways. Suppose, for example, if I tell you 1 plus of 1 is equals 2, you already know that 1 plus of 1 is equal to 2. 2 can also be written as 5 minus of 3. 2 can also be written as 4 minus of 2. It can also be written as 10 minus of 8. It can also be written as minus 5 and then plus of 7. Okay, there are a number of ways. Each and every year they ask the same question, but in a different and then all round manner. So you need to know that. We'll be focusing on that, guys. And I will be focusing majorly on basics initially. See, I'll divide the preparation into 3 parts. First, I'll be focusing on the basics. Okay, what the basics are, why is it, how is that, why is it so? These are the kind of questions. For example, we have started up the trigonometry part now. So what is trigonometry? Why do you need to study? What are the implementations? See, in MCA, you majorly come across the programming language. Okay, trigonometry and programming, how are they related and why should you read that? How is it that you are going to find it helpful for your career, not just for your examination? On that basis, I'll be covering up the basics part. Make your basics, the foundation strong. That will be the first part that we'll be doing. And with respect to these basics, guys, I'll be solving up problems. The second methodology, the second step that we are going to follow out here is solving of problems. Problems I'll be solving with ease, guys. With ease, taking your own time, explaining to you the entire procedure of what that problem is, why do we need to do that, how should we be able to do that, and all those things. And at the last, after completion of the syllabus on these two parts, first basics problems, I'll be solving number of problems related to the concepts that will be asked in your PGCET examination. Suppose for example, I'll be solving 10 to 15 questions related to one of the topic. I'll solve two questions for one concept, two questions for another, two or three for another, next, and so on. After completing the entire syllabus on these two methodologies, at the last, guys, when you have prepared this, when you have practiced this, when you know, when you are sure of all these answers, then I'll be focusing on the fast method. Okay, at last, guys, I'll be focusing on the fast method. How should you be able to solve those questions with fast, with the speed, because time management is the part. And believe me, guys, once you get with the basics and problems, you won't be needing me for the fast method. You'll be able to solve them by yourself. But nonetheless, this is the part that many of the students usually go on for. This part I'll be doing it at the end, guys, within the last month, where we need to carry out. And then definitely I'll be solving the previous year question papers and mock test papers. Definitely we are going to carry out the mock test papers, which are really the core part of any of the examination. And one more thing, guys, please don't solve MTPs until you have completed the preparation. Focus on the preparation at the last part. Wherever you have lagged behind, wherever that you have missed your preparation, that you are going to get out in the MTPs, in the mock test paper. That also we are going to conduct out, of course, after the completion of the syllabus by about 50%. Okay, I will complete up the syllabus by 50%, and then we'll be getting out for the mock test papers. Okay, now, so this is the basic methodology. And about this syllabus and all that, there are basically, guys, four parts. The first part and the easiest part that you have for the MCA is the algebra. The quantitative part and mathematics, they are both one and the same. But for MCA, the syllabus is different. For MBA, the syllabus is different. For MBA students, for MBA aspirants, only the easiest part are included for the mathematics. Okay. Trigonometry, coordinate geometry, these are the kind of topics majorly included for MCA students. Mathematics part I will be conducting. In algebra, guys, these are some of the concepts that you are already well aware of. So already algebraic expression, factorization, this is the major part, guys, that we are going to look out for. I'll start up with quadratic equations once I jump back to the algebra. Now here at Rio Academy, the batch has already been started up, guys. I have covered up the initial part of trigonometry. Algebra is the first part. Then the second part that you guys have is the trigonometry. Then the third part is the geometry, rectangular Cartesian coordinates. Fourth part is statistics. Statistics is common for both MCA students and MBA students. So in order to join up the classes, guys, all the classes will be conducted on an online basis. The classes are online. The classes are not conducted, guys, for offline methodology, because we know that you are all working professionals. You have to get adapted for the new methodology that is working out. So you'll have to download up the app, guys, Rio Academy, from Google Play Store. The link has been given up in the description. And join up the group, guys. WhatsApp group and Telegram group is what we have created for the upcoming examination. Rio Lecture Batch, that is what we have started. You might already find the video on YouTube. Check out those videos too, guys. And now we are soon going to start up some more of the classes on YouTube, so that you'll be able to understand the methodology and how is it that we are going to be conducting the classes. Okay, so there are basically four main subjects, guys. That is what I've told you about just now. The algebra part, this include mainly here. And the number of questions, guys, see, many of the students, what they ask is they try to read out only the important topics. Yavudu important ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಅದನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. There is no such topic of that kind in MCA examination, guys, for PGCET. See, basically 20 questions, guys, will be asked. Okay, basically 20 questions will be asked in part A. In part A sector, 20 questions belonging to mathematics, 1 mark question will be asked. And then in section B, totally there will be about 7 questions that will be asked in your examination for 2 marks. Okay, for sector B, guys, there will be 7 questions. of 2 marks each. So 14 marks here and 20 marks here. Totally you will be getting 34 marks of questions on your mathematics in your 100-mark question paper. 34 marks. Okay. So now you can see 20 questions. You can expect one question from each and every topic. Of course, there are certain topics like Boolean algebra and mathematical logic which keep on varying each and every year. Nonetheless, we are going to focus on that. Correlation, regression. These are the topics which they change out the weightage each and every year. So this year they had asked some of the questions belonging to the correlation and regression part, and mathematical logic too. They had asked 2 questions, and within the last year you can also see there were very few questions. You can say about 1 or 2 questions belonging to some of the minor topics, and that definitely we are going to cover up. So you can expect one question from each and every topic. You cannot neglect any of the topics. You'll have to focus on each and every topic. So as talking about, guys, now we have started up the classes and I'm covering up about permutations and combinations. I'm currently carrying out, guys, permutations and combinations topic. So you can join in at Rio Academy. I have covered up some part of trigonometry, the first part of trigonometry, guys. For trigonometry, I have conducted about 6 classes. I've gone through the basics. I've solved certain number of questions which are really very important for your PGCET examination. And always follow your syllabus. Always follow this syllabus copy. Trigonometry or any of the topic included here is very vast, not just for mathematics but for any of this sector. Just read what the KEA is asking you. Don't keep on reading too many or too much of questions. Please focus on the quality rather than focusing on quantity. Please don't go on for the false preparation. ಹೌದು ಸರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ, ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ. And always remember, guys, consistency. You have to work for it daily and daily, because it is a habit. Gaining knowledge is a form of habit, guys, because knowledge is really very vast. You can't complete that completely in a day or so. You have to keep on doing them repeatedly. Okay, so permutations and combinations. After that we are going to jump on for equations, guys, quadratic equations. Then of course I am going to cover up progressions part, progressions, determinants and matrices. See guys, this topic here, determinants and matrices, this is very important for your PGCET examination, because equations and matrices will be combined on a particular form of questions, and then the questions will be asked. Okay, so previous year question papers, mock test papers and sources. Okay, we are going to refer questions from various sources which are important with respect to your PGCET examination. That will be the completion of algebra part. I will not be covering up the fundamental operations, guys. These parts I will not be focusing on because these are very easy. Fundamental operations are very basic. Nonetheless, at the last time I'm going to cover up one class for that. The basics is what we are going to consider. Factorization, of course, guys, this is also we are going to be covering up in the quadratic equation format, and this will be quite very easy. Okay, so Ananya Hegde, so what about PGCET result 2023 and talking? Yes, so guys, that is what I said at the beginning of the class. The results were expected to be announced by the end of second week of this month, second week of November. But nonetheless, tentative dates were for about 14th or 15th of November. So you can expect the results within a week now. Okay, I am not really sure, guys, as to exactly when the results will be announced. But tentative dates were today, 15th of this month. Okay, so we can expect the results very soon now. But nonetheless, guys, coming back here, after the completion of algebra, mathematics, coordinate geometry. Yes, guys. See, in coordinate geometry, this is also very important for your MCA examination. In your MCA examination, guys, equations of circle and these parts here, these are the main focusing areas that we are going to be covering up. Of course, guys, I'll be explaining you the entire concept, because in coordinate geometry, you need to understand the ideas. The questions will not be directly asked. If you just keep on mugging them up, you are definitely going to make things very complex. So we are not going to be doing that. Then of course Boolean algebra, this part is on a very low basis, that has been asked in your previous examination. In the case of Boolean algebra, guys, postulates of Boolean algebra, there are certain rules that you will have to remember here. See, if you want to play any of the game, I had given the example of cricket, guys. There is a batsman and a bowler and there are fielders. So those are the rules, right? There are certain form of similar rules here belonging to the algebraical part of Boolean format. So those rules we are going to follow. Within that, you will be able to come up to solve the question. And you can expect very low questions, guys. Questions on Boolean algebra are asked on a very low basis in your examination. Of course, before 2021, the questions were on a very large basis. Before 2021, Boolean algebra had a very high weightage. Okay, but nonetheless, guys, we will also be focusing on this part. Next, very important part, trigonometry. Yes, guys, trigonometry is really very important for MCA students. This is not for MBA. Trigonometry and coordinate geometry is not a part for MBA students. It is only for the MCA students. 2-mark questions are very important with respect to trigonometry and coordinate geometry. And 2 marks questions, it doesn't mean that you will be asking questions in a very lengthy basis and a lengthy format. Always remember, they will ask you questions that you must be able to solve. 1 mark and 2 mark question, if they ask you, only they are going to ask you the questions belonging to such format. They are not going to ask you 5-mark questions and give them up for 1 mark or 2 marks. Okay, so you will be able to solve them, guys. And always remember, practice is what is going to help you out here. You need to understand those questions. That is what definitely we are going to cover up. And the last part is statistics, which is very important for both MBA and MCA students. The syllabus for probability and statistics, guys, is same for MBA and MCA students. Here, guys, basically we are going to be yes, about probability, guys. This is very related to permutations and combinations. If you understand permutations and combinations, probability is very easy for you to understand. And the next important point, guys, is in case of statistics, averages, measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion. Okay, these are the most important topics in statistic part. One is the probability, and then measures of dispersion and central tendency. Averages, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median, quartiles, deciles, percentiles, range, mode. These are the different features that we'll be learning about here. And with the respect to the last part, guys, of course, skewness and kurtosis is not included. This part is not included in your syllabus. Skewness and kurtosis, it is on a very minor basis, so you cannot expect any of the questions. Okay, but nonetheless, we'll see, guys. If the syllabus changes, we'll definitely focus on that part too. And one more important thing, correlation and regression, guys. Correlation and regression within this past examination. Okay, the examination that was conducted a month ago within September. Correlation and regression, they had asked 2 questions, 2 to 3 questions from correlation and regression. Okay, definitely very easy questions. On basis of a direct formula and statement, the questions were asked. So this year we are going to be focusing highly on correlation and regression. For PGCET examination 2023 that was conducted, much of the weightage I hadn't solved too many questions here. I had only solved some of the very few questions which are definite for your PGCET examination. There is only 2 formulas here which are going to be helping you out, and those are the only 2 formulas that we had covered up in our classes. So many of the students had doubts related to this topic, but nonetheless we are going to be covering up all the syllabus, guys, and we basically focus on 45 days, guys. Okay, basically the target in order to complete out the entire batch is about 45 days. Within 45 days we are going to cover 45 working days, leaving the holidays and everything. 45 working days we are going to cover up, and 45 days is more than enough in order to prepare yourself for the PGCET examination. Definitely the strategies, the questions, the methodologies, the fastness, tricks and tips and everything we are going to cover out here. And it is my humble request, guys, if you know some tricks and tips, please keep it to yourself. Don't tell it to others, because each and every person has a different methodology of solving. You'll just get confused. Once you become the master of that subject, which in fact never is going to happen, but nonetheless I'm just saying, once you get a hold of that subject, then you'll be able to understand about tricks and tips by yourself. Okay, so within the 45 days, guys, we are going to cover up the strategies. Definitely after the completion of each and every classes, notes will be provided to you in PDF format. Of course, I told you about the app, guys. The classes will be conducted on app, Rio Academy app. Download the app from Google Play Store. If you have any questions, let us know in the comment section. If you have any questions, you can also ask us by contacting at the contact number. So notes will be provided after completion of every class. Classes will be available to you in recorded format, not just once, twice. You can refer to those classes any number of times. Mock test papers we will be carrying out. Revision test papers we will be solving about. If you have any questions, we are going to help you out in order to clear up all your questions and doubts. So these are some of the overall methodology and some of the processes that we have let known. Please check the previous classes. If you are able to understand, like them, and if you are able to understand, join. If you are unable to understand, let us know the reasons as to why you are unable to understand, what are the reasons, and any modifications, any comments, any suggestions on your behalf, definitely we are going to help you out. And about the contribution, guys, within top 20, within top 20, within top 5, Riorians are included for the MCA and MBA examination. Okay, one of the students had secured 5th rank for MCA examination. Okay, there are a number of students who have gotten about top ranks in the PGCET examination. The getting of marks is not that important. What I'm trying to tell is, please focus on knowledge. The marks you are going to be looking for, they will definitely get back to you. Please only don't focus on the marks. Marks are very important, but knowledge is much more important than that. I hope that you are able to understand that. In your career, guys, you are going to work on the basis of your understanding in the companies, in the sector, in life. It is your understanding that is going to help you out rather than your degrees, if and only you study them for marks. Degrees are really very important, but if you study them only for marks, it will not be that helpful. So please focus on the knowledge and you'll get these marks and you'll get these rankings. About the top institutes, there are a number of institutes with respect to the career sector. You are going to get definitely the top step. Okay, that is all that we had wanted to suggest, guys. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, guys, please ask. The classes are being conducted daily, guys, on our app, Rio app. Daily the classes are being conducted. The batch course has started up, Lakshya batch, the first batch that we are covering up. After the completion, we are definitely be going to covering up the second batch also, guys. And those students who join in for the first batch, they can also join in for the second batch. Students who attend in for the first batch can also join into the second batch also. Okay, this is another advantage that we have included. Definitely those are the students who had shown their interest and curiosity to prepare, guys. So we are going to guide them out whole throughout their preparation until the completion of the course. Okay, so if you have any questions, guys, please ask. And do like the video, guys, if you are able to understand. Subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, any comments, please let us know in the comment section. And I have told about the results, guys. Nezo or Nezno. So when will PGCET results come? See, I am telling you repeatedly, guys, PGCET results are tentatively meant to be announced on 15th of November. They were meant to be announced, but you can expect the results within 1 week. Okay, you can expect. I'm saying you can expect, but it is finally on KEA, guys, when they are going to announce it out. So you have to have that patience. Okay. So I think that will be it for today, guys. Classes will be conducted both in English and in Kannada or in any other language that you are going to find quite comfortable and in an understandable manner. Okay. So that will be it for today, guys. Do like the video. If you are able to understand, subscribe to our channel, join the Rio Academy, download the app from Google Play Store. Let us know your comments in the comments. Thank you all my friends for watching me live. Thank you all those guys who will be watching me in a recorded format. Keep supporting us, guys. Be seeing you again in the live sections when you join. Okay, so that will be all for today, guys. Thank you, Toxin. Thank you, Ananya. Thank you, Nice No, who had joined. Okay, be seeing you guys. Take care. Have a great day, guys.